Hi, I'm Ken from MyToshGarage.com, and today is Martin Luther King holiday in 2015. And over the last weekend, I've been working on the rear trunk of my Lamborghini Diablo Replica. So let's take a look and we'll put it all together here. In the back of the car, we took the rear deck lid off so that we had access to the rear trunk area. And what I wanted to do is actually have a somewhat usable trunk area for the kit car so that we could store a few things in it. If we take a look at the framing of what's going on here, we actually have some reinforcing plate for where the battery is going to sit on. We also did some additional reinforcing so that the trunk area will be able to lay on that reinforcing angle iron. And we also have some reinforcing that goes from the left to the right side of the car. It's a piece of tubular steel. There's a rear trunk latch that was a universal latch that I just pulled off of eBay. That actually sits on top of that tubular piece of steel, and there's a cable that goes throughout the center of that will eventually route to the front portion of the car. Everything in the back here is all smoothed off. This is all going to be painted color, and all the trunk is going to sit inside of that. So let's take a look and see how that trunk fits. My lovely assistant Isaac is going to hand me the trunk. Isaac, if you can go ahead and give me the trunk. The trunk. So we started out Friday, we started working on this, and what did Dad say that we were going to build?
A box.
Yeah, we were going to build a box. He thought I was kidding, and actually I wasn't. We built a box this weekend. So what we did on Friday is we just laid pieces of fiberglass mat with 3 pieces. We put resin in between, we laid them on the floor on top of some wax paper. So we got 3 pieces of fiberglass, and on Saturday we cut them into the different pieces, the bottom and the side, and we fiberglassed them together. And Isaac was able to help me do all the fiberglass mat work and the resin. We mixed it all together and we put it together. So here we have our box. The thought process is this. This is a removable box, so that if I need to, I can simply take it out of the car and have access to some of the rear plumbing area. It sits right on top of some of the radiator hoses just above it so it doesn't rub. So we got the box sitting in place. The battery is going to sit right to the right of the box. That's going to be mounted right there, and the cables that are going to come in on the right hand side. Isaac, could you hand me the deck lid, please? There we go. Thank you. When this came from the kit, it was just a piece of fiberglass. Both ends and the top portion or the rear portion of the lid actually had to be extended about 1/4 of an inch. So we did a lot of fiberglass work there. It wasn't reinforced with any steel, so we did some reinforcing. We put our hinges on each side. We smoothed everything out with our fiberglass filler. We put mounting points in for the wing that will sit on there and bolt down. And we also did a mounting point for the latch. Simply welded on a piece of steel with an adjustable knob, and we'll see how that comes in. So in order to put the deck lid on, it's actually fairly easy. I spent a little bit of time thinking about it. Fortunately, I had some steel plates on each side of the body. And what I did is I welded onto those steel plates some lock nuts on the inside of the wheel well. So these bolts screw into those lock nuts so that it mounts like this. And so the action that we have going down, we go down and we latch just like that. So that works really well. If we continue our process, Isaac, can you go ahead and undo the latch? He will lift that up. And so once everything's tightened down, that latch is pretty nice, and it's adjustable to make sure that we have the right level of depth. Just to kind of conclude the process, we have the rear wing. The holes are already mounted and ready to go. The wing would go on just like that. And Isaac, could you hit the latch one more time for me, please? So what would happen is the wing and the trunk lid would pivot just like that. The only thing I really have left to do besides some final body work and preparation for primer is to be able to work on the wing and to be able to get my shocks in place so that I would actually be able to stay just like this. But it's 98% of the way done. Just got some body work to do, and it actually comes together real nicely. A lot of work, probably have about 100 hours in total in fabricating all that together. So A lot of work, but it came together real nice. So thanks for watching.